Hey friends, Jess here. I'm back with another 20-minute motivator, and tonight I am reorganizing my cardstock. I'm moving things around on my cube unit shelf, and these were laying flat, which I didn't mind, but my paper pads were standing vertical and they started to curve a little bit, so I decided to move things around, and I had some extra of these scrapbook.com envelopes, so I'm going to see if I can put these in all my cardstock into these envelopes by color. So I hope you'll join me and grab your own task that you want to work on for the next 20 minutes, and we can be productive together. So I'm going to go ahead and get the timer started, and let's get going. All right, so how are you all doing? It is Sunday here for me, and kind of low-key, cooler weather has arrived, and it's nice. It's a nice reprieve for sure. All right, and so things have been good. Enjoying the cooler weather for sure. All right, so in regards to, I'm like sitting here talking, I'm like, I gotta talk to you guys about, what I'm doing here, right? Enough with the chit chat already. Anywho, so I'm thinking, what I'm doing right now is, my cardstock was kind of in order color-wise, but it was just kind of tossed together too, so I am going through and I'm seeing the categories I have, blues, greens, oranges, pinks. And if I recall correctly, I think these can fit about 25 sheets without being overstuffed. So I'm going through and I'm separating out the various shades of green to see what I have. And a lot of it's just a couple pieces each. And then deciding also what's green versus what is like a teal or a yellow, and then I'll kind of go from there. This is almost like a cream color, neutral. I feel like that's a neutral as well. Am I getting to my neutral? Kind of. It's like a yellowish cream. See, this is where it gets tricky, trying to determine what color is what, right? All right, but I think so now I'm gonna go I'm hoping to have like a green folder, a red folder, a blue folder. I can't remember how many I have, but that's kind of the goal, and so I just need to separate them out and see what I have so I can get a better sense of, do I have enough folders? And I mean, I can always order more. So this should go in scraps. So should this. See, I have things that just get tossed on here. Those are all scraps. Okay, so I think I've made it through my green. And then these are all, see, this one's I'm like tossed up. Is it like a green or a blue? I feel like it's more of a blue. It's like one of those weird in-between colors. And then I believe these are green as well. Let me see. Let me compare it to a neutral. Let's pull out some creams here and see. Yeah, those are definitely more of a green tint. They're like a really light green. Okay, good. I'm glad I checked, because without comparing it, they kind of looked like more like a yellow or a cream color, but they're comparing it to these neutrals, they're very much a green. Okay, so those go in green. So I had them categorized right. You never know. It's always good to check. All right. And then that was all blues. So I'm hoping I can separate them out enough, but I'm not really sure if I'll have enough. And then I also, like sitting here, I'm like, I don't have a lot of room either. on my desk. It's full of stuff. Okay, so here's envelope number 1. And so what I'm going to try to do is just kind of go from light to dark in terms of order to the best of my ability. Of course, it's not going to be perfect. This one is darker. And then you've got like you have kind of like these more like neutrally kind of greens, like earthy kind of greens. So I'll put those in the front. And then you have more like the vibrant primary color shades of green. So why don't we put them in order like that? So we've got like the neutrals, light to dark, and then we go dark to light for like the more the primary lime colored greens. So perfect. And so what I also need to do is I need to get some labels, like the little tab labels to put on the side here, so I can file them and see them on my shelf. But there's our green folder. All right, and how many do I have total? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I have 5 in total. Now if this, I mean, like I said, it's not like I can't go out and get more. So if I really like this system, I definitely will. And these envelopes are awesome, especially if you don't have a lot of product you want to put in one envelope. So I definitely think I might need to get more, but we'll figure that out when it gets time. All right, so I'm going to kind of do the same thing with the blue, kind of like a light to dark motif, or arrangement. And then you've got kind of like the true blues, and then you have more like these tealy blues. That's a scrap. So kind of do the same thing, like, well, that one's a little darker. Oh, it's the close to my heart with the 2 sides. So I'd love to hear how you guys store your cardstock. I know, see, I'm probably an odd man out when it comes to cardstock, because I mean, I have a good stack, but compared to a lot of crafters, I don't have that much. So I'd love to hear how you organize yours. Is it just on a shelf, or do you put them in a similar envelope system as well? Folders or bins, or I'd love to know how you organize yours. That's more of a green or a teal. All right, so we've kind of got multiple shades of, and this is, so I'm looking at this and I feel like this is more of a green, but when I put with it green, it looks like it's more of a teal, or yeah, more of a blue, but I definitely think this is more green, not so much blue. Yeah. All right, this has got to go in my green folder. And then is this, I think this is green, like a greeny gray color, and not so much a blue. Is it? Yeah, it's more like a gray, a green gray. So I think I'm going to put that in my green folder as well. It's so tricky, all the different shades and all the different colors. But I'm going to put that with green. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, so that makes this decision a little bit easier on how I'm going to organize these. So we've got like more of the teal shades, and then you have more like the blue. So I think I'm gonna go like that, because you got more like the true blue. I call it true blue and then tealy. Kind of same idea as the green. So we're going to plop those in here into a blue folder. I'm definitely thinking I'm going to want some more envelopes already. I can see that. But we'll get through what we can for now. And so let's go back to the green. And like I said, I don't always have a ton of cardstock, but, you know, I may want to, so I think what I'm going to do here, because I got like the earthies, I got like the primary, and then I have like the tealy greens, right? Excuse me. So this is more earthy, so I can put this in here. Although, when you do that, it's kind of tealy as well, right? Oh, decisions, decisions. Alright. I don't really know. It almost looks gray, doesn't it? Let's bring out a gray. You guys are seeing the struggle. And I'm sure you experience the same struggle. So, oh, see now if I put it next to gray, it's definitely got a green hue to it. Okay, so it's just one of those tricky colors. I think I'm still going to plop it in with the earthy tones. And that makes the most sense to me. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to put these teal ones in the back so you guys can kind of get a sense of how I'm organizing these, like color or somewhat. And again, it's unique to you. It's whatever makes sense to you, how you would seek this out. You know, like I continue to say, the only rules in scrapbooking are the ones you make for yourself. There really are no rules. Alright, so there's green. We've got blue. So now let's go ahead and do our reds. Reds and pinks and peaches. And get those. So we've got purples and we have oranges. Boy, this is a mess. I put these all out of order. Alright, so we've got yellow. So, probably going to do yellow and oranges together. And this is like it's like a orangey color. Almost like a peach. So maybe it's got a little pinky hue to it, but to me it's like, I think it's more orange. Then we have like this darker color. Wow, I have a lot of this like peach tone. Not sure what that came in, but I got a lot of that. And now we've got some of the bright like neon orange. So that kind of falls into a different category altogether. I'll put that up here for now. Got orange, some more of this peachy pink, and now we've got more purple. Wow, I have a lot of this one too. Holy moly. I better get using some cardstock. I have a ton of this one color. Alright. And I don't have a lot of actual red. So, I don't have a lot of yellow and orange, but I kind of feel as though they need their own, because I have a lot here, and then I have actual like purple. So I don't scrap with a lot of purple. And then I'm looking at these. I feel like this is gray. More of a purpley gray. So I think I'm going to put this more with neutrals. Oh, I don't know. Ah! Yeah, I think I'm going to call this more of a neutral. Even it's a gray, but it's got a purple undertone to it, but like this is a gray that has like a green undertone to it, and then you have like the blue undertone. So I'm going to put this with the neutrals. And then we have our purple, which I kind of already have in order. Oh, there's another one of these. And alright, so here's purple. So now the decision is these peachy colors. I think I'm going to put these with orange and these with purple. So we have a purple and pink, right? That's one envelope. And then I have some like the peachy oranges and then yellow and bright orange. Right? I think that works. Yeah. Okay. That's what we're going to do. So, actually, I only have neutrals left, so maybe I won't need any more envelopes. Although I don't have any true red. And just if you're wondering, my black cardstock and my white cardstock are stored differently because those are the colors I use the most. So I have like this rack on my desk or in one of my cubes close to my heart that it's a shelf that I put big stacks of those colors on because I use them the most. Like I said, I don't use color cardstock as often. So plop that in there. Call it orange. We're going to call these pinks and purples. These envelopes are great. They really are. And again, you can get them at scrapbook.com, and they come in all different sizes, which is awesome. So, and then I get like a little tab from Dollar Tree, and I tape it onto here, and then I label it. So when it's on my shelf, you can just look on the side and see what the label says. Okay, so we have 2 envelopes left and a ton of neutrals. So these are all grays, or what I'm calling gray. So you have like your true, like blue tones of gray, or cool grays is what a lot of people call them. And then you have like your more earthy grays. So this is kind of the gray family, right, that I'm looking at. You can see you got warm grays to cool grays. I think that's what makes sense for me. And then you have all your browns. So I'm wondering, I might just be able to divide these into the 2, I think that's tan, 2 envelopes, maybe, I don't know. I have quite a bit of gray. So we're gonna see what we can accomplish here. So here's some more. But if I need to split up my grays and then put my browns into a different envelope for now until I buy more of those scrapbook.com ones, I mean, that's fine too. So this is craft, and then here's the, so like my craft I could put in a different, because that's like a specialty paper almost, or you can kind of categorize it as a specialty paper. So here are my browns, if I need to. And tan. This going by pretty quickly, even though I've had some challenge with decisions. Like, it's going by pretty quick. More craft. Oh, so here's like a, I think these are more yellow, or like an olivey yellow. So I don't know that these are, I'm gonna have to look at these because they have more of a yellow hue to them. All right, then we have dark. And these are almost, yeah, these are more of a brown color. Okay, so here is, I don't actually have that much brown, so I can put my craft paper. Oh, there's our 20 minutes up. Wow, that went fast, but look at that, I'm almost done. So if you were only planning on working for 20 minutes, you are done, but I'm almost done too, so I'm going to wrap this up before we end the video. Okay. Oh, I have some more up here. What was I thinking? Okay, we got to spread this out. I think I can still, well, let me fit my craft in here, but let's see here. We've got some cream off-white. We might be able to squeeze it in, I'm not sure. And this is more of like a different tone of tan. I gotta figure out where this lives. A little more like of a green instead of a yellow hue. We'll fit it in somewhere. Alright. That's more like a purpley brown. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put that with the grays. Yep, that matches the other grays that I have. Okay. So then I just have these like olivey colors. So let's put these. I'll just put these between the craft and the other brown, because they're kind of a little bit different hue. Alright. Let's see if all these will fit. There's quite a stack here. We're maximizing these envelopes for sure. Oh, and they all fit. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. So there's our neutrals. So now I still have to deal with these. I'll deal with those in a moment. And here's our grays. Oh, it feels so good to get this done. I've been eyeing these stacks of cardstock for some time, like contemplating, like, what am I going to do with these? I can't tell you how good this feels to tackle it. You know, you just have those projects that weigh on you, like mentally, on your mind, and you know, it feels good to check it off the list. Because again, I don't really go after colored cardstock all that often, so this system I think is going to work great for me. But obviously, if you use a lot of colored cardstock, having them, if you're going to use the envelope system, which my mom uses the envelope system and she loves it, but she literally, close to my heart, she's a consultant, so she uses all close to my heart cardstock, and so she takes one envelope per color. So she has a lot of envelopes, but she keeps one per color, and she really loves it because she uses a lot of color cardstock. So if you wanted to do the envelope system, but you have a lot of cardstock, then that's a good way to do it. Literally take one color and one envelope. And it works great for her. She labels them all, she can find them. She doesn't have to, you know, pull the whole stack out of one envelope like I would have to do. And she really enjoys that system. So again, these are looking like, when these are coming back around again. These are more like purple, like a plum. Gosh, that's so hard. All right, because I'm having them here with the browns, and they are just like really purple. So I'm gonna put these with the purple envelope. All right. Okay. So here are my warmer, like earth tone neutrals. And here are my cooler grays. So these are gonna go on the back side. And there is my neutrals envelope. All right, so we have grays, browns, pinks and purples. So I'm going to fit these purples right in here. Those tricky colors, they get you every time. They're so hard to figure out what to do with. All right, so there's our purples and pinks. And we have our oranges and yellows. We have our blues. And then we have our greens. And I was going to put these in here as well. So we have the earthy. See now. Oh my gosh, it's so tricky. Like these are, when I put them here, they look more brown. Like an earthy green. But okay. So we're gonna do I'm just gonna put them in the back because they're, see, when I put them with the green, they look tan or neutral, but they have a green hue to them. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna plop them in here in the back. I'm not gonna overthink it. Not gonna overthink it at all. All right. And there's green. Okay, so here is all of my cardstock in these wonderful envelopes. How awesome is that? And then, like I said, on my shelf, I'll just label them. So I can see them when they're standing upright on the shelf, and I can just look at the labels on the side. But I feel so good to get this done. And I can just pull out the envelope instead of them being stacked on a shelf. This is a lot cleaner and a lot neater. Awesome. All right. Well, I hope you were productive tonight. I hope you enjoyed this 20-minute motivator. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you guys again next time. Have a great day. Bye.